Okay, so now we're going to discuss the Facebook Pixel. Now, the Facebook Pixel is very, very important when running your Facebook ads because it's really going to hyper target the customer that you are wanting to convert, and it's going to be able to take someone who's visited something like your webpage or tried to buy a product or even bought a product before from you, and it's going to be able to target them specifically. So we're going to get into exactly the specifics of it, but we need to know that Facebook Pixels are one of the most powerful Facebook marketing tools when it comes to paid ads. So let's start with, what is a Facebook Pixel? So a Facebook Pixel is an analytics tool that measures the effectiveness of your Facebook advertising. So it's a gauge that's going to measure how effective your Facebook advertising is. By installing it into your websites, you can truly gauge your ads. So truly gauge or truly measure your ads. Your ads' performance, because the Pixel can track every visitor's interactions. There's a lot of these little apostrophe things. It can track every visitor's interactions on your website after they click on your ad. So it's going to be able to close the loop and give Facebook the feedback of what people are doing when they reach your website. So this is just a visual representation, but basically we're going to have to install the Pixel, which is literally a little snippet of code that's going to display a tiny little pixel on the screen that Facebook's going to be able to use to track what people are doing on your Facebook page. So once we install this, and I'm going to go through and show you exactly how to install this on your website or whatever it is that you're trying to track and target these people, we're going to be able to do three things with the data that this Pixel picks up from your web page. The first thing is we're going to be able to optimize our ads very, very well. So your Facebook Pixel helps you bid specifically for conversions on Facebook. After collecting enough Facebook lead and customer data, so this is what the Pixel's doing, it's collecting the customer data and the data of what actions the customer takes on your website, Facebook will only show your ads to users who are most likely to convert or buy something from your website. Because you've got this end on your funnel now where this Pixel is tracking whether or not someone converts when they come from an ad, the data goes back into Facebook, and Facebook analyzes this data and therefore are able to make your ads way more effective when running them in the future. So this is going to be helpful when it comes to selling our products or services on our website. We're going to be able to optimize for the exact target audience that we need through installing the Facebook Pixel. The second thing, and probably the most powerful thing that this Facebook Pixel does, is it allows you to do remarketing or retargeting ads, which means you can set up remarketing campaigns to past customers who have converted through a Facebook ad or users who have just visited your website or certain web pages by clicking through one of your Facebook ads. So you're actually able to take something like a list of people who have visited your website, and you can go back to Facebook and be like, hey, I'd like to remarket or retarget these people with Facebook ads. So you're creating a custom audience, which I'm going to show you how to do, on Facebook ad settings, which means that you're going to be able to target these people specifically. So imagine if you got 5,000 people to your website every single month. Instead of trying to discover who's going to like your content on Facebook, because remember, Facebook have 1.4 billion people, you can be like, I know these 5,000 people already like my content. Let's run an ad to them. And you can run an ad to them, remember, for engagement, for them to come across and like your Facebook page, and therefore you can connect with them at any time and build trust with them. Or you can run an ad directly back to your website to get them to try and buy a product or a service. Now, this goes one step deeper, as you probably just noticed. You can actually have it's the same pixel, but a little different snippet of code on each different page. So you can start breaking down the audience that you're targeting based on exactly what actions they've taken on your website. It's really incredible once you start narrowing down this targeting and getting very specific with your ad campaigns, because you're going to find your results are going to skyrocket once you start using this really specific targeting strategy. So for example, someone who's actually seen your product page, someone who's looking, say you were Nike and you sold a specific pair of shoes, and that's the red pixel there. So you can be like, cool, hey Facebook, for the people who've seen this red pixel, which means they were on this specific product page for, say, this specific brand of men's shoe. You can be like, okay, this men's shoe was viewed by X amount of people. And for those X amount of people, I want to run a very specific ad targeting them, telling them that they can come back and buy this shoe for 10% off. Or for another example, you can target someone who's seen the yellow pixel on the checkout page. So someone's gone and bought this shoe already. And what you can do is you be like, hey, Facebook, these 100 people went and bought this shoe, this red shoe from this red product page. I also happen to know that people who buy that red shoe also like this other product that we sell. So therefore, people who've seen this yellow pixel, meaning people who have bought this shoe, we can hyper target them whatever product we think they would also like to buy using our Facebook ads. And why we want to do this is because on average, retargeting traffic, so targeting traffic that's already visited your webpage, regardless of which page they've visited, is 9 times cheaper than targeting cold traffic, which means it's 9 times cheaper than you trying to guess who is it that's going to like to buy your products. Actually retargeting the people who have been on your page and had that trust built and had that point of familiarity with you are 9 times cheaper than if you target cold traffic. Now, the last and a very, very important tool of Facebook ads when using these pixels is lookalike audiences. Now, you've probably heard this word thrown around a few times before. I'm going to explain exactly what this is so that you can use it to your advantage. So how to create a lookalike audience, we're going to go into in just a second. But once your pixel tracks a minimum of 100 conversions, you can create a lookalike audience of your website visitors and past customers on Facebook and advertise to them. Now, what does this mean? What is a lookalike audience? So I thought it's best represented with this little chain of good-looking, cool little silhouettes, little animation thingies, cartoon things, I should probably say. Now, what happens is if we're targeting cold traffic, we're guessing at who wants to buy our product, we're guessing at how much it's going to cost for that person to buy our product, and we really don't have the data. But the pixel is the thing that's going to collect the data for us. So we run an ad to all these different sorts of people. And what the pixel does is it tracks how much it costs to run an ad to these people and for them to go onto your website and buy the product. Now, because we have that data, we can compare them all against each other. So it could be the person on the left, this type of person. So maybe a male 40 to 50 who likes watching Oprah, for example, costs $1.20 for one sale on average. And then it might be the woman next to him, who could be a woman in her late 70s who likes to drink Scotch whiskey. That demographic costs $1.55 a sale. And basically, it compares all these different demographics, or all these different ad sets that you've put up there. And it's going to show you which ones are the jackpot moneymaker ad sets or demographics. So basically, it's going to define your perfect customer avatar. So this lady in the orange here, say she's a 21-year-old a college student in New York. This is the ad targeting we gave her. And it costs just 1 cent for her to go to our website and buy a product. We're like, oh, that's incredible. And thanks to this pixel, we know that data. We want to go and say, hey, Facebook, this is our customer avatar, and we want to target more people like that. So what we do is we first identify it using a method similar to what I just showed you. Then we got to go and tell Facebook, hey, Facebook, this is a audience that we want to set up. This audience of, I think it was 21-year-olds in university or college in New York. They're our best customer. Therefore, come into this create a lookalike audience form, put in that information, and then Facebook are going to scan their database of 1.4 billion people. And what they're going to come back with is people who are the same demographic to that audience you've uploaded. Now, remember, each one of these people represent in real life a demographic. It's not just one girl, but it'd be like, cool, this type of person, this type of girl who's in college in New York is represented by one of these people. And Facebook use their algorithms that they've put billions of dollars into to go and find more people like this. And the coolest thing is, thanks to this pixel and thanks to the data that it's bringing back, you can go out and start running these ads that were effective on that very first person of this demographic. You can run them to the lookalike audience and get incredible results because you already know that this customer avatar is your ideal customer avatar because you've compared it against everyone else. Now you can do lookalike audiences on all different types. So see the person next to the girl that was 1 cent? This man was 28 cents for a conversion. So we can go and we can run a lookalike audience to him because say our product's $30, we're still going to be very, very profitable in getting that sort of conversion rate. So we want to install these pixels on our website, and we want to get that data, and then we want to create lookalike audiences from the conversions of that data and really just skyrocket our results using the Facebook pixel.